Former NFL wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson on what he saw from Deshaun Watson against Titans and what he thinks about the game against the Ravens.
He erased the mistakes that plagued him prior to that, right?
Yeah.
0 turnovers. You know how I feel about those turnovers. Couple touchdowns. And then when you think about Baltimore, man, they lost to Gardner Minshew and the Indianapolis Colts. Man, stop.
About 7 starters.
Like, I don't get that. They win games.
Deshaun did throw a weird backward pass, so I'm going to go with the Ravens in this one.
It's an interesting reason to pick the Ravens, but okay. But to Keyshawn Johnson's point, you know, the completion percentage was up. The turnover was one that Elijah Moore got ripped out of his arms.
Yeah, and he did make that low football IQ move of throwing the ball backwards, but that was an anomaly in that game. He was clean otherwise, and he didn't really put the ball in danger, you know, down the field. And if you can do that with this defense, and you can just keep your side clean, man, it's going to be hard pressed for any team to beat you, let alone the Ravens, who are decimated with injuries right now. They are just riddled. It's going to be it's going to be interesting just to watch the injury report kind of unfold as the week goes to see who's actually going to go for Baltimore.
Yeah, they got some guys back at practice, so it'll be again. You know, we'll see. You know, the one thing that's really interesting, and fans are going to have to learn to. Deshaun Watson's going to make some plays because he has such a belief in his arm and his ability. There's going to be some plays where you kind of go, ugh. But that's kind of the trade-off to the scrambling around and extending plays and making big plays. There's a balance that comes with that. We haven't had a quarterback that's been able to make plays before. So Browns fans are going to have to get used to some of the negative things that come with a guy that can keep a play going forever.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. You have to live with that because he can extend plays, and he believes in himself to make plays. So he's going to try to make some things happen and maybe puts too much on himself at times. But as you see in his history, which is a large body of work, you know, in Houston, he was able to do that. So, of course, he believes in himself. He's actually seen proof of concept in himself. So, yeah, the fans are going to have to learn to live with it. There's going to be some negative plays just based on the way he goes about playmaking outside the pocket and outside of structure. But that's also where you can hit pay dirt. And I think as long as that's a possibility and fans start to see that come to fruition, I think they'll learn to live with it in time.